since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Quick, 380! Check, walk 54, walk 54. Got it. One left. Check 24.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Go 14. Mike 5-4. All go special. That's it. Kill.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
And I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Not today.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Let him know. Preload.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you.
And the drive drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, gun.
On second down, it's Coleman.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Mostert. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
Hey, gun.
Here's Coleman on the toss. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Get ready. Get ready.
From the shotgun, Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I got you.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Coleman now. This winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Green 80! 56! Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 36 power. 56.
Now on second and 16. Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Come on, QB, come on. 56.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On first down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. D Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Open man is Gordon, complete. That one good for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, me and you all get it. Right there. I'm coming after you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Mike 54. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Again, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here we go.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Hey, alert.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Right there. 54 Mike. Get that quarterback.
Now Wilson. He's got it. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Under crush. Check.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Jason Myers on for the field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy.
It's caught inside the 25. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the